Heat is a form of energy, always flows from body at high temperature to body at lower temperature. Heat is the cause, temperature is the effect. Yesterday we discussed about the relation between kinetic energy and absolute temperature. More the temperature, more the kinetic energy. So, kinetic energy of the molecules is proportional to absolute temperature. Absolute temperature means Kelvin scale of temperature is called absolute temperature. To change Kelvin scale to Celsius scale or Celsius scale to Kelvin scale, C equal to K minus 253 or K equal to C plus 270. The conversion of Kelvin scale to Celsius, Celsius scale to Kelvin. The quantity of heat absorbed or released is represented with letter Q. Q indicates heat absorbed or released. Q measured in calories and joules. Celsius unit of heat is calorie. SI unit of heat is joule. 1 calorie equal to 4.186 joules. 1 calorie equal to 4.186 joules. Q indicates heat absorbed or released. Now we discuss about the factors affecting the quantity of heat absorbed or released. To cook the substances, we need heat. Then also we cook different substances like milk, vegetables, rice, etc. So they absorb heat to cook that food. To cook, we need fuels such as firewood, kerosene oil, or natural gas, or coal. On burning them, it releases energy. So quantity of heat absorbed or released is represented with Q. Now we discuss about the factors affecting the Q. There are two factors are there. They are mass of the substance and change in temperature. There are two substances to affect the quantity of heat absorbed or released. Now we discuss that. First one is mass. Q is quantity of heat absorbed. Now take two beakers of different volume. First one is 250 ml of water. It is 250 ml of water at 30 degrees centigrade. That is room temperature. Another beaker, 1 liter of water. One liter of water. That means 1000 ml. It is also at 30 degrees centigrade. Which is more in mass? Second one is more in mass compared with the first one. Both at room temperatures, 30 degrees centigrade, that is room temperature. Now heat them by supplying you same quantity of heat. Note the time to reach the temperature up to 60. Which takes more time to reach the temperature from 30 to 60. Second one needs more time to reach the temperature from 30 to 60. It is at the temperature 60 in short time. Takes more time. Larger beaker needs more time to raise the temperature up to 60. Small beaker needs less time to reach the temperature up to 60. So, but we supply same quantity of heat. Which absorbs more amount of the heat? 1 liter of water absorbs more amount of the heat than the first one. From this activity, we conclude that quantity of heat absorbed is proportional to mass of the substance. More the mass requires more of the heat to raise the temperature. Less amount of mass needs less amount of the temperature. Next, another factor to affect the quantity of heat absorbed or released is take another beaker of same volume 250 ml. It is also 250 ml. Both are at same temperature. It is also 250 ml. Both are at 30 degrees. Now we want to get the temperature of the first one up to 50 degrees, second one up to 70 degrees centigrade. We supply same quantity of heat for the both. It is up to 70, it is up just only 50. Which reaches the temperature quickly, either 50 or 70, both are same in mass. In these two cases, mass is constant. Change in temperature is here 50, here is 70. We supply same quantity of heat. With the temperature from 30 to 70, it needs more heat than the first one. So change in temperature increases, quantity of heat absorbed also increases. From this, we conclude that Q proportional to M delta T. Q proportional to M delta T. M means mass of the substance. Delta T is change in temperature. In the case of first one, delta T is constant. In the case of second one, mass is constant. So, from these two, we conclude that Q proportional to M delta T. Q proportional to M delta T. Q is quantity of heat absorbed. M is mass of the substance. Delta T is change in the temperature. While removing this proportionality symbol, we introduce a constant that is Sm delta T. Here S is called specific to heat of the substance. S is the specific heat of the substance. It is depending on the nature of the substance. Different substances absorbs different quantities of heat to raise the temperature. In our cooking, we use different substances. Rice, vegetables, leaf vegetables. They need different quantities of heat to complete them. So, as depending on the nature of the substance. S is defined as amount of heat required to raise the unit mass of substance by 1 degree centigrade is called as specific heat of the substance. From this expression, we write S equal to Q by M delta T. S equal to Q by M delta T. So S is defined as heat required to raise the unit mass of substance by 1 degree centigrade is called specific heat of the substance. It is different for different materials. Now we write the units of S. S equal to Q by M delta T. S equal to Q by M delta. In CCS, Q is in calories, mass in grams, delta T is change in temperature. So C is just unit of mass is gram, C is just unit of temperature is Celsius, C is just unit of heat is Kelvin. It is C is just unit of specific heat. In SI system, Q is measured in joules, mass is measured in kilograms, temperature is Kelvin. It is Celsius unit of specific heat. It is SI unit of specific heat. The relation between Celsius unit of specific heat and SI unit of specific heat is 1 calorie per gram degree centigrade equal to 4.186 into 10 cube joule per kg Kelvin. It is the relation between Celsius unit of specific heat and SI unit of specific heat. Now we note the specific heats are some substances daily used in our houses. That is, among all of them, lead has lowest specific heat, that is 0.031 calorie per gram degree centigrade. Copper is 0.095 calorie per gram degree centigrade. Iron is 0.115 calorie per gram degree centigrade. Aluminum is 0.21 calorie per gram degree centigrade. Kerosene oil, 0.5 calorie per gram degree centigrade. Ice is 0.50 calorie per gram degree centigrade. Next, water. Among all of them, highest specific heat is water, that is 1 calorie per gram degree centigrade. Here the sum of the specific heat of some substances which are around us. Lead is least one and what is highest one. What is the cause for difference in the specific heats? Every molecule containing 4 types of energies: linear kinetic energy, vibrational kinetic energy, rotational kinetic energy, and potential energy. These are the 4 energies stored in the molecules. When we supply heat energy to any material, the heat energy is shared among them. The sharing is different for different materials. In some cases, it takes more amount of the heat. In some substances, it is more. For that, different materials has different specific heats. Now, what are the applications of specific heat in our day? Sun delivers a large amount of heat every day. Most of the earth covered with water, less only with land. So 71% of earth is covered with water. Just only 29% is land. Sun delivers large amount of the heat every day. Because of highest specific heat of water, the heat delivered by sun is absorbed by the water present in the oceans, seas, lakes, etc. If there is no water on the surface of earth, total heat is towards the land there is no life forms on the surface of the earth. So, oceans and seas are called as storehouses of heat. They regulate the temperature of the surface of the earth. They absorb more of the heat at the daytime and transmit through water in other parts of the earth. For that, the persons who are living near the equator absorbs more of the heat, but because of oceans, they are not much suffer. The heat absorbed to the water is transmitted to the poles of the earth also. So, these oceans and seas regulate balance the temperature of the earth because of the higher specific of water. One more example, vegetables and fruits, they are sources of watermelon as a large amount of water. If we keep the watermelon inside the freezer, it takes more time to cool, that means to reduce the temperature. If we keep it outside of that refrigerator, it retains coolness because of higher specific of water. It takes more time to raise its temperature because of more amount of what is present in it. It absorbs heat and raises temperature slowly, and also at the same time to raise temperature it takes more time. That is one more application of the specific of water. Samosa. Samosa contains vegetables like carrots, beetroots, olives, etc. They are the sources of water. On frying them, they absorb more amount of the heat inside them. It appears to be cool in outside, but when you open it, it is too hot inside them because of highest specific heat of water. They are the applications of specific heat of water. Now, to determine the specific heat of some substances, we use a device called as calorimeter. Calorie means CSS unit of heat. The calorie is defined as amount of heat required to raise the 1 gram of water by 1 degree centigrade is called as calorie. Amount of heat required to raise 1 gram of water by 1 degree centigrade is called as calorie. So to measure specific of solids, the device is called as calorimeter. This measurement of heat and quantities are involved in it is called as calorimetry. It is a branch of physics which deals with measurement of heat and the quantities involved in it. Now, specific solids is determined by using the calorimeter with the help of the method of mixtures. Method of mixtures. From normal equilibrium, heat absorbed by cold body is equal to heat lost by the hot bodies. It is also called as principle of methanometers. Heat lost by hot bodies is equal to heat gained by cold bodies. Heat absorbed by cold bodies is equal to heat gained by the cold body. It is called as principle of method of meters. What is the heat Q? Heat lost by hot bodies is equal to heat gained by cold bodies. By using this principle with the help of calorimeter, we determine the specific heat of solids. Generally, do that one, some of the specifics, copper, aluminum. By using copper, we determine the specific of lead or aluminum or iron or any other solids. So in next class discuss about the determination of specific of solids by using the calorimeter. Learn well. If you need doubt, ask me. Okay. Thank you.